Simplify the following. X raised to the negative fifth power. Here we're going to use the negative exponent rule. So whenever we have a factor raised to a negative exponent, it tells us to take the reciprocal of that. Which means, essentially, if you have a negative exponent in the numerator, it'll move that factor and the exponent to the denominator and make the exponent positive. And if you have a negative exponent in the denominator, it will move the factor and the exponent into the numerator, and the exponent will become positive. So for this example, x to the negative fifth, this is really x to the negative fifth over 1. So since we have a negative exponent in the numerator, it's going to move that factor to the denominator, and the exponent becomes positive, and there's an understood factor of 1 to be in the numerator. So our answer would just be 1 over x to the fifth. Our next example, we have a to the seventh, b to the negative third. And again, just for illustration purposes, it's a to the seventh, b to the negative third over 1. A has a positive exponent, so it does not move. So the a to the seventh remains in the numerator. Since b has a negative exponent, and it's in the numerator, it will move that factor b to the denominator, and the exponent negative 3 becomes a positive 3 in the denominator. So our answer would be a to the seventh over b to the third. Our next example, m to the negative sixth over n to the negative second. So applying the negative exponent rule, since that m has a negative exponent in the numerator, m will come to the denominator, and the exponent will become positive, and a positive 6. And when you look at n to the negative second in the denominator, since I have a negative exponent in the denominator, it moves that factor n to the numerator, and the exponent becomes positive. So our answer would be n to the second over m to the sixth. Our last example, we have 2x to the negative ninth over y to the eighth. Now keep in mind, the 2 and the x are two separate factors. So that negative exponent only goes with the x. So since that's 2 to the first, x to the negative ninth over y to the eighth, the 2 has a positive exponent, so it stays where it's at. Since the x has a negative exponent, it moves it opposite, so it moves it from the numerator to the denominator, and the exponent becomes positive. And the y to the eighth, since 8 is positive, we do not move the factor y, so it stays in the denominator. So our final answer would be 2 over x to the ninth, y to the eighth.